Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We back. IMR 3 True First Date Horror Stories Animated. You thinking you meeting up and linking up with a beautiful queen? Turns out that's a beautiful king. That's tough. It's tough, but we're gonna get into it. Hope y'all doing good. Let's get it. What?
As I grew increasingly anxious, curling my hair, my eyes darted to the clock. Cassie, my roomie, lay sprawled on the bed as she scrolled through the reels.
Dang, that's a big bed.
Okay, how well do you know him?
A big bed for a big bed.
She asked with a frown. I rolled my eyes, assuming she's just jealous. The Uber was downstairs waiting for me. It took me 20 minutes to reach the date location.
20 minutes, don't say that, bro.
Cafe next to the highway. Once I stepped in, I saw Ryan in
Man, what the hell? What does she have
cozy
on?
cafe next to the highway. Once I
She went on a date looking like that? Ugh. Heck no.
stepped in, I saw Ryan in
That
the
fit
black
weak.
attire at the only empty table amidst a sea of couples in the cafe. I smiled, admiring his punctuality, a real rarity these days.
Appreciate that.
Did I keep you waiting?
I asked, but now I felt seated. No, just 30 days, 20 hours, and 5 minutes. We laughed out loud together, and right then
Ain't that funny? Relax. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? But nah, I'm surprised, man. You know, one big thing that people don't appreciate nowadays is freaking being punctual. Everybody being late. For what? Like, if we meeting up, that's a big, like, you know, first impressions is everything. So I'm coming in, right? And we say, boom, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. You getting there 9:10, 9:15. I mean, of course, traffic and stuff happen, cool. But if it's like a repeating joint, it's like, dang, I don't know if I can really freak with you because you're not even taking this serious for real.
and in there, I knew I was going to have fun with this date.
Oh, baby.
Conversation flowed easily. We laughed, flirted, and fed each other bites from our dishes.
Thank
I
you.
was certain that if he invited me over to his place after dinner, I'd probably say yes.
Oh, she going.
At around 9:30,
She
Ryan
going.
excused himself to the bathroom. As he walked away, his handkerchief fell from his pocket. I bent to pick it up to return it, but
Cool phone.
somehow it didn't feel right. It felt heavier than I expected. Curiosity gnawed at me,
What's
and
in
I
it?
unfolded it. My breath hitched in my throat.
What is it?
There was a shiny, sharp scalpel wrapped in it.
Oh, she about to kill this bitch. Holy. I mean, for her going outside with that mid fit, she deserved to get, yeah. Yeah.
Dried blood was still stuck to the blade. My body
Awesome.
went right into the shutdown mode.
We're on Jack the Ripper
Suddenly,
time.
Cassie's worries echoed in my mind. I must get out of here soon. Before Ryan could come back, I forced my face into a neutral expression. I slipped the handkerchief into my purse and steadied my hands.
Better lock
Ryan
in.
returned with a smile on his handsome face that didn't feel handsome anymore. All okay? He asked, scanning me. I nodded, forcing a smile.
Yeah, just checking my phone.
Scared as
I
hell.
pretended to eat, desperate not to raise suspicion. How about we go to my place for a couple of drinks? He suggested.
Absolutely not.
Oh, actually, my roommate just called.
Yeah, so I'm about to get up out of here. We already, like, after seeing the scalpel, we already know what time you on, bro. You on some Rick Ross, you ain't even know it. Put Molly in her champagne, she ain't know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. That's a crazy line. That's crazy. That's freaking crazy. Bro gonna pull up, step back with the pill. 3! Curry with the 3! Bang! Right in her freaking drink. Absolutely not. We're not going.
She's sick. I'm sorry, but we have to call it a night.
Ryan's expression shifted. His eyes darkened. Slowly, he picked up the fork from my plate. I noticed how he gripped it like a knife. Then, out of nowhere, he flattened his free hand against the table and began playing five-finger fillet. He was stabbing the fork between his
What the
fingers at an
heck?
alarming speed. With every stab, his face turned scarier, nostrils flaring.
Like, doing this in public, like, he comfortable doing this in public, definitely, like, yeah, we gotta get out of here immediately. He might try something on her with people here, bro. We gotta get up out of here, bro. Bro is a nut. Look at him. He's a freaking nut. Nut. Sorry.
The
But
cafe's noise blurred into the background as I honed in on his rapid, erratic movements. The sound of metal against wood.
why is he doing this
the
stuff?
racing rhythm of my heart.
Other than him being crazy.
Ryan?
My voice was barely above a whisper.
What are you doing?
He didn't answer. The fork struck faster. Stop, stop, stop.
Ryan, stop it! It's not funny.
His breathing grew heavier.
Bro's tripping.
And suddenly, his bloodshot eyes locked onto mine. A muscle in his face twitched. His pupils were dilated, wild. Still maintaining eye contact,
Bro's
he
insane.
continued stabbing with inhuman precision.
Like imagine like you a waiter or a waitress, you coming in, you know what I'm saying, checking on the table, you just see somebody just, that's weird. Weird.
The tension coiled inside me, suffocating. I couldn't watch it anymore. It felt like any point
Well,
he will
she's still
stab
there.
his hand, resulting into a bloody mess.
If you don't stop, I'm going to scream.
I warned. He froze. A bead of blood pooled at the tip of his index finger. Yet, he didn't even flinch. His lips curled into a chilling smirk. I thought we'd get to spend more time tonight, he murmured. I swallowed hard.
Well, we'll have to do that some other time.
Ryan glanced around, realizing
Some other time, bro, tweaking. Bro, he trying to hold it together, but as we see, like, bro's losing it.
people at a nearby table were watching. He slipped the fork back onto the plate and sucked the blood from his finger. Then he gestured for the check. I wanted to offer to pay my half, but I couldn't bring myself to speak to him. 5 minutes later, we stepped outside. I muttered a quick goodbye and turned to leave, but before I could take a step, Ryan grabbed my wrist and yanked me toward him.
Dang.
Any other time, it would have been a scene from a romantic movie, but now
This a
it
horror
sent
scene.
shiver through my veins. I thought you liked me, Laura, he said in an eerily
Hell
soft
no,
voice.
you're weird.
Of course I do.
I forced out, trying my best not to challenge him to go more psycho. His grip tightened, my pulse hammered.
How about I call you tomorrow? Huh?
He didn't reply, just stood there, breathing heavily.
Bro's a tweaker. Yo, this is freaking insane, man. Like, somebody gotta come in and stop it. I'm pretty sure there's people going in and out of this freaking restaurant. Y'all gotta see this is freaking weird, bro. Bro acting like he possessed. His eyes was fully black. Blacker than me.
His eyes wild and unblinking. His grasp was unrelenting, as if he was debating something in his head. Then, without warning, he shoved me. He pushed me so hard that I lost control. I stumbled, barely catching myself before crashing onto the pavement.
Dang.
My knees scraped against the concrete. Searing pain shot through my legs. Blood seeped through my torn jeans. And then, he spat on me. Yes, he spat on me like I was some ugly sewage rat he's no longer interested in trapping. In a low, venomous whisper, he said something
That's
I'll
so
never
disgusting.
forget. When they find you, if they find you, you'll be unrecognizable. Best of luck, Laura. He turned around and went away. I saw him walking away, still frozen in place, my body trembling with my heart pounding so hard it hurt.
Bro, wipe the spit
One of
off,
the
bro.
cafe workers who was taking out the trash saw me hunched up on the pavement and hurried over to me. He made a call to 911. The police drove me home, and I told them every little detail I could remember about Ryan, only to find out his Tinder account had been deleted. No one was able to track him down.
Yeah, you gotta get somebody like that off the streets, man. This man's a freaking danger to not only women, just the society, bro. Thomason, they ain't gonna be able to recognize you when they find you. You know. And she said she was gonna go too. Bro, all bro had to do was not slip and have that freaking the scalpel drop out of his pocket. If that joint did not drop, she would have been dead.
Cassie and I
Good
went
thing it
to
did,
a new
though.
apartment. I carry a taser and a can of mace for just in case.
Carry a gun. Carry a gun. Okay, because when both those fail, you're gonna need a little something extra. Need a little more horsepower. Facts.
It's been a month to this first date, but I still get anxious around strangers. My trust issues are sky high, and I feel like locking myself in a room and never come out. I was enjoying the free booze standing near the bar counter. This was the third office party in the last 6 months. These are the only days I don't regret working for my boss.
Okay.
All my co-workers were grooving at the dance floor.
I don't know what this is. This is snot grooving.
The party was in full swing when I spotted this woman standing alone in the corner. She was gorgeous, tall, elegant, maybe a little older than me. Yet something was off. People kept their distance from her. When
Big
she
eyes.
approached a group, they'd stiffen, make excuses, and scatter away. It wasn't normal. It
Well, that hoe stink. She might just got bad BO. Nothing wrong with that. That's not something you can't fix.
wasn't right. I watched her exhale with a sad face, then going to the rooftop balcony. I felt bad for her, so I grabbed two
Or she could be
drinks and
crazy,
went to
though.
her. You don't seem like the party type. She turned, a slow smile spreading across her lips.
Neither do you.
We hit it off right away. She was charming and funny, but there was something about her glare that made me think she could see inside of me. About an hour later, I asked if she would like to come over for a drink. Her eyes lit up.
I would love to.
My apartment was small but cozy. Julia made herself at home in no time. She kicked off.
Like I think it's 50-50 with that. You know what I mean? Like if people avoid you, you know, it's either like on one side it's like there's a reason why people avoiding you, or there's another side where you know you just not that you just a little social awkward. Ain't really nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Or just hard to make friends and things of that nature. But for this situation, she's for sure crazy.
Heels and threw herself onto my couch, as if she'd lived here for years. I poured the wine and we sat next to her.
So, is this our first date?
She asked, smirking over the rim of her glass. I laughed, feeling a little shy. Would it be wrong if it was? She leaned in.
Not at all.
It was perfect, until my phone rang. It was my sister. I answered casually. Hey. Yeah, just with a friend. Nothing serious. The moment I hung up, the air changed. Julia wasn't smiling anymore. She was staring at me, her wine glass clutched tightly in her
About to
fingers.
break that joint.
Who was that?
My sister. I frowned. She checks up on me a lot. Her voice was eerily calm.
So I'm just a friend, huh?
I chuckled nervously.
Yeah.
I mean, we just met. Her grip on the glass tightened.
But you just said it's okay.
Yeah, she a nut. She's a freaking nut. You know what I'm saying? Like even baddies can be crazy. I feel like most cases, I feel like the badder you are, there's a higher chance you could be freaking cuckoo, freaking bonkers, straight like screws is loose, a couple screws, some more than others, cause yeah.
First date.
Look how she's
Why did
standing.
you lie then?
What? Her breathing turned erratic.
You men are all the same. You use words like friend to keep us at a distance. Like I don't matter, like I'm disposable.
I stood up,
Bro,
suddenly
yapping.
uneasy. Julia, what are you talking about? Her eyes darkened.
My ex said the same thing before I burned his lying mouth shut.
I stared at her. Excuse me? She giggled. High, sharp, wrong.
You know, I was in a mental institution for a whole year after that.
Yeah, we can tell. We can look at you. No funny business, man. We will put hands. We'll put hands on mentally ill people too. Okay, we don't judge. And my cam froze. Why did it freeze? But we don't we don't judge. We will beat you as well. As long as if you try to take my life, we will beat you. So all that weird, crazy stuff, you can do that, but just know you might have something sticking in you. Pause. Well, not pause, but it's gonna be something sharp.
that incident. They let me out last month. Said I was stable now. But I know a liar when I see one, Boris.
My stomach turned to ice. I moved toward the door.
Yeah.
I think you should leave. Julia tilted her head.
Niggas just
Her
met.
smile too wide, too forced.
Why?
I swallowed hard, because this is getting weird. Her eyes gleamed.
You're scared of me, aren't you?
I didn't answer. She stood,
Yeah.
slowly grinning.
You should be.
I got up because a red alarm had already started to go off in my mind. I rushed to the door. Suddenly, Julia lunged, shoving me back with unnatural strength. I slammed against the
Why
wall,
fell back
hitting
like
my
that?
head. Yet I crawled quickly to the kitchen to get a knife. She laughed like a maniac while following behind. Her voice growled as she asked, flaunting her
this one
wide,
been-
creepy eyes.
Why are you making this difficult for us?
I was panting and shivering.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't even
Clutching
got
the
this
knife,
far,
I
bro.
turned back to her. Stay back, Julia, or I'll use this. She smiled.
Not gonna use it.
That's funny. He tried that too.
She jumped at clawing her hands like an apex predator.
Man, what? She jump in like this? We're gonna hit her with the bang! Absolutely not. I'm not about to be manhandled in my home where I pay bills at, man. Hell nah. That just won't be happening.
Her nails were sharp like razor blades. I swung the knife at her, but she was faster. She grabbed my wrist, dug her nails so deep into my skin that blood dripped onto my kitchen floor. My grip loosened, and I dropped the knife, screaming in pain. She pinned me against the counter, her breath.
And then too, I feel like a situation like this, if you feel like your life about to get taken, that's when that adrenaline come in. That low key a superpower. Adrenaline going through your body, and then you just overpower and just start pounding to her.
Hot against my face.
You don't want me anymore, do you?
Her teeth gritted as she spoke, her eyes burning with hatred. I pushed her away with all my strength. She stumbled back but didn't stop. She grabbed the fallen knife and charged. I barely caught her wrist in time. My muscles burned as I pulled all my strength in stopping her from stabbing me in the eye.
She not that
I could
strong,
see the
bro.
tip of the knife shining inches away from my eyeball. She was breathing and growling, trying her best to make me blind forever. I was resisting hard. Are you out of your mind? She still kept pushing. I could feel my body.
Yeah, like
giving up
leg
to her
sweep or
madness.
something.
I was losing. How do I get out of this? I'm no karate kid. When the tip of the knife was just a second away
Better
from
figure
slashing my
something out.
eyeball like cake, I slammed my forehead into her face. A crunching noise followed by her shrill
we
scream
go.
took place. I broke her nose. I
Good.
didn't wait. I grabbed the closest thing, the wine bottle on the kitchen countertop, and
Bang!
smashed it against her temple.
Good boy.
She crumpled to the floor, motion.
And then as she's sitting there, we're gonna get the broken glass and just stab her up. Stab her up. Facts. We're gonna do it just like Resident Evil 2, when the zombies laying on the floor, and to make sure they dead, you just stab them up. Tap, tap, tap. Hit them just like that. Facts.
Motionless.
Real
My
spit.
heart pounded. I grabbed my keys, bolted out of the apartment, and
Might put her
ran.
on fire too.
Hours later, I came back with the cops. I even called a few of co-workers because by then I guessed why everyone was avoiding her at the party. They all spoke in my behalf. My apartment was searched, but Julia was gone. The cops called, investigated on her, and found the address of the mental institution. They told how she was the most violent patient under their care,
Dang.
but last few months she changed drastically, which is why they thought she has recovered.
Faking it.
I'm stunned how good she was in faking normalcy. I've shifted somewhere else. The cops are still looking for her. I just pray they
Yeah,
catch
she's still
her
on the
before she
streets?
ends up at my doorstep again.
Nah, you gotta get her out of here, bro. She a freaking danger, dude. Absolutely. But it's all good. We gonna knock all that mental stuff out and putting hands on her, man. Get her hands put on her. Facts. Sound like she never got whooped. Gotta whoop her. All right. Man, woman, I don't give a frick. We're gonna fix that.
Hi, I'm Shelley, and I used to be into married men. Well, I was until last
Huh?
month. That's when everything changed.
What the fuck? What? What? Why? Why are you interested in married men? For what? See, you're a homewrecker. You one of those. So whatever happens, it's literally your fault. It's legit. Whatever happened just happened. That's you.
Logan and I met on Tinder. After a few days of flirtatious texts, he asked me out on a date. I agreed. He seemed fun, and to be honest, I liked the thrill of it. That night, I wore my new red dress, the kind that shows just enough to tease, but not enough to give everything away.
Dang, she going. God dang, like full hoe. Straight up, just full extent. See, now if something happened, they end up linking up together. They at the house, and I don't know, the wife come in and see it, lose her mind, and she kill her. I wouldn't be mad, cause you shouldn't be messing with a freaking a married couple. Shouldn't be messing with a married man. Just like how a man shouldn't be messing with another man's wife.
For safety, I put on a blonde wig, just in case. When I arrived at the restaurant, it was around 8:30 p.m. Logan was already outside, waiting for me. He was okay, I
30
guess.
acre?
Slightly balding at the top, but he was dressed in an expensive suit and had a Rolex on his wrist. He definitely looked like he had money to spend. The moment he saw me, he smirked like a dog who just found a steak. Damn, you're hot. I flipped my hair and smirked back.
I know.
We took a table in the corner, and from the second we sat down, Logan's eyes were all over me. What a perv. I twirled a strand of my wig between my fingers and teased.
So, does your wife know you're here?
He chuckled nervously. Pray to God she doesn't.
Yeah, it's like full, like, you're not even shooting for bad, for like fine niggas. You shooting for amphibians in the suit. That's crazy. An albino amphibian. That's freaking disgusting, bro. Like, you a ho. Ain't even Christmas.
Otherwise she'll kill me. I laughed.
That's scary, huh?
He nodded, still smiling. You would know if you ever met her. The night went on. Expensive dishes, glass after glass of champagne, and endless compliments. Though 90% of them were about my body. I let him look.
It's like, bro, tell me something. Yeah, that's all you got to offer. What the frick? You got a freaking scantily clad dress on. You going and trying to get with married men. Like, you not. Yo, I seen something on Twitter was so freaking crazy. What was a bar? Somebody on Twitter said, yeah, you not a queen. Bro said, you not a queen, you just a nut. That's crazy.
Admire. That's how this works. Toying with these guys, letting them spend their money on me.
For her case, that's facts.
About 40 minutes passed and we were finishing up. The restaurant was almost empty, just a few other people scattered at their tables. Logan pulled out his wallet to pay the bill. I was sipping my last bit of champagne when a blood-curdling scream shattered the air.
Logan! You dog!
Ugh! Ew! She just jumped out the freaking the tomb. She jumped out the freaking casket. That's the old bed. Getting that damn. I'm sorry. But ew.
I knew you weren't in some damn
Man, send her back to the underworld, bro. Please.
office meeting.
The restaurant went dead silent. Logan's face drained of color.
Niggas having a dinner date at KFC. That's crazy.
If fear had a face, he was wearing it. No, listen, I can explain.
I don't need your damn explanation.
You ain't had to zoom in.
Before I could even react, she yanked the tablecloth, sending everything, plates, glasses, silverware, crashing to the floor. I shot up from my chair.
What the hell is wrong with you?
That's when she turned to me, her piercing green eyes locked onto mine.
The hell? What is she, bro? You on a date with a married man. You knowing he married. You can't be saying what the hell is wrong with you. What the hell is wrong with you? See, the wife if the wife want to crash out, lose her mind, and kill this blonde bitch, she got my permission. Cause like, how you got the nerve to be offended that she's acting crazy and crashing out when you doing whole behavior? You freaking going on a date with a married man, and surprised she upset.
And I swear, for a second, I forgot how to breathe. She clenched her jaw so tight,
Dang.
bubbles of spit gathered at the corners of her mouth.
Oh yeah, she mad.
Then she sneered.
So this is the little witch you're wasting your money on?
Logan barely got the words out. Gilda, please, let's just go home. But Gilda wasn't listening. She bent down, picked up a dinner plate, one of the few that hadn't broken, and smashed it straight over Logan's head. Blood instantly spurted from his forehead.
You should have did that to the woman.
I understood why Logan was so scared of her. People screamed. A couple of them ran for the exit.
In public is
Someone
crazy.
was yelling at the manager to call 911. I started backing away, but before I could turn, Gilda grabbed my wrist. Her grip was ironclad.
You think it's funny breaking up someone's home? Let me go!
Yeah.
I yelled, trying to rip my arm away. Then, bam!
Bam!
Landed on my face so hard my head spun. A sharp pain exploded.
She needed more than
that.
that.
As I hit the floor, she punched me. She actually punched me.
Yeah, freaking hoe. That's you got off light. A fucking punch. You going on a date with a married man, knowing he married. You can't be mad or surprised that the wife pulling up and she got a problem with you, bro. You should have got your head split like the boyfriend or the husband.
Tears streamed down my eyes. I gasped, trying to claw backward, but she was already on me. She grabbed my leg and dragged me across the restaurant floor. I screamed.
Somebody help! She's going to kill me!
Good.
The manager was on the phone with the cops already.
If I was in there, I would have took the phone and smashed it. Had everybody in the restaurant at gunpoint. Ain't nobody calling nobody. We finna let this woman kill this Jezebel. Facts.
But Gilda didn't care. She pulled me into the kitchen. The staff had already fled. It was just us now. She locked the door. I knew then I was screwed. I scrambled backward, my back hitting the cold metal counter. My hand shook.
Ain't gonna do this dumb shit again.
Gilda, please! I'm sorry, okay? I'll never see another married man again, I swear!
Her lips curled into a slow...
No, you're right. You never will see a married man again. Because you're gonna die.
Smile. Then she glanced at the deep fryer. My stomach dropped. Before I could react, she lunged. Her hands wrapped around my neck, shoving me toward the fryer.
The wife looked like a freaking scary dog.
I felt like hell. My hands found the countertop, pushing back with every drop of strength I had in my body. But she was so strong. The bubbling oil popped and
that's that angry wife strength.
My face, steam curled up, turning my skin red. I felt it, the heat, the burn. My sister's warnings rang in my head. God, she was right.
How she ain't know?
Gilda, please! I don't want to die!
I cried my lungs out, but Gilda laughed. She laughed at my misery.
Yep.
Twig bitches like you think they can get any man they want. Well, guess what?
Clock it.
It's time for a new face. Beautiful.
She kept pushing me, and my face daunted closer to the boiling oil.
The cops gonna break in?
Smoke left blisters on my face. I knew soon I'll meet a horrifying, painful end. If I still manage to survive, I'll have a life of a trauma and disfigurement. My hands started to give in. My wig hung barely.
You slipped.
Gilda, please! No!
You trying to hear that, bro?
I was tired and knew any time I'll be submerged in this boiling lava. I imagined how it'll be when my eyebrows, lips, nose all end up like fried chicken wings. Gilda's laughter and grunting noises slowly started to fade away. Only the burning smoke from the fryer devoured me bit by
dunk her
bit.
head, bro.
My vision began to blur. My nose almost touched the boiling oil. Sprinkle of it burnt the tip of my nose. I screamed, sobbed and screamed till I couldn't anymore. It was time to accept my fate.
Burn this
Just
bitch.
when I thought I'm done, I heard the kitchen door break down, followed by a gunshot. I fainted on the floor. I woke up in the hospital 2 days later. The cops
Bro, she
rescued
got
me
off
by
so
shooting
freaking
Gilda
easy.
on the leg. She was taken into custody and later sentenced to prison for the charges of attempted murder.
Free her, bro.
I'm living with my sister now, trying my best to put everything behind.
If Carmela Anthony get a GoFundMe, we need a GoFundMe for her, man.
I don't go on dates anymore. I can't stand fried food or any kind of oil on my body. I'm traumatized for life.
Good. Should have been scarred by putting your head into that freaking that grease trap. Facts. Like, come on, like, you know you're not supposed to be doing that. Like, you can do it, of course, you can do anything you want. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you gotta understand what's gonna happen. You can't be like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing this? What? No. That's your fault. You chose to do that. So you gotta see the consequences now. You can't be no gang banging thug. And then when you get locked up, crying to the judge, please, please, please. Were you crying, please, please, please? When you were spinning blocks on the ops, drive-bys, taking life, huh, Doug? But anyway, hope y'all enjoy it, man. But Mexican Quay.